Good morning. It's been very, very powerful. The Rebecca Project for Human Rights is a policy and legal advocacy organization that advocates for dignity and reform for vulnerable families. I'm a mom in recovery from substance abuse. And 10 years ago, when I was struggling with a severe drug addiction and tried to access appropriate treatment, I faced many obstacles. And the main one was the very fact that I was a mother. Most treatment programs, you cannot bring your children into treatment with you. So we are forced to make a Sophie's choice between continuing the mothering of our children and receiving appropriate treatment to stabilize and take care of our families. And it was through my struggle and spiraling down into a severe addiction when I was unable to access help that it became very clear to me that this was a basic human rights violation. The inability to access appropriate treatment and continue to mother my children with dignity and respect was just a violation of my human rights. So what happened was, after I had the good fortune, because family-based treatment is only 5% of all treatment available throughout the country, I accessed the one treatment program available in my family, and I met many other mothers that were just like me. We were all substance abusing. We were all women of color. We were low income. And 97% of women who are substance abusing, who are mothers, have experienced sexual and physical violence. And we were self-medicating to the trauma and depression that we developed as a direct result of our physical and sexual violence. And it became very clear to me that the policies that affected our ability to just have appropriate housing, continue to be on welfare while we were in treatment. There were all of these policies that were in place that did not support us being healthy and whole. And being in Washington, D.C., and having Capitol Hill in our backyard, literally, there was no reason that we should not be at the table. Policies were being made without ever having a conversation with a woman who actually experienced addiction and all of the other things that we had faced. So I got together and organized some moms, didn't know that that's what I was doing. We got together and talked about what it was that needed to change. And the ironic thing is, this treatment program is in Anacostia, D.C., and you can look across the Anacostia River. Anacostia is the most depressed area in Washington, D.C., and at the time, the Washington Monument was being restored. And there was scaffolding slowly going around the building. And there was all of this talk about who the architect was, who built the scaffolding. And I remember it became clear to me, just every day sitting there looking across this river and meditating, that this is a powerful place and powerful things can happen here. And so what we do is we bridge the wide divide between Congress and policymakers and the real lived experiences of our mothers. So we literally are at the table. We take advantage of having Congress in our backyard. And we go to, as someone earlier said, these folks on Capitol Hill who work for us. And we say that this is our story, this is our life, and things need to change. And as a direct result of bringing mothers through our leadership development work and our policy advocacy work, bringing mothers to Capitol Hill, we were able to increase funding for family treatment tenfold. We were also able to get child welfare money. And the reason that that's important is because 2/3 of the children that come to the attention of child welfare agencies are actually from families with addiction issues. So our children are taken away from us and put into the foster care system. And so we made the argument that some of those foster care dollars should actually go towards the treatment of the mothers with the addiction issues. And we made that argument very strongly to everyone who would listen. And we're really proud that one of our accomplishments was that we were able, for the first time ever, to get $145 million of child welfare funding to go towards family-based treatment. My time is up, and I'm actually doing 2 workshops, so if you want to hear more, check out the program. Thank you.